what we have is 3 different sets of templates that we have patterns for on our website, and what you do is you download the template and you print it off, and then what I would recommend doing is tracing that template onto a piece of cardstock or something that's going to give you a little bit of stiffness. The 3 different styles that we have templates for is we have a V, we have a long style, and that'll get you about down to here, so when you curl it, it'll be just about eyebrow level. And then the short bangs are going to be more of a pin-up style or something that's going to be shorter, like that, more like Betty bangs, I guess. And the way that you start these is you're going to cut some wefted hair, and depending on your style, I think we will do the V bangs today. If you just wanted the bangs and no side pieces, what you would do is you would cut the weft to be as wide as your template. Since we actually are going to want some side pieces, what we decided to do was leave about 1 inch, 1.5 inches on either side of the template, and then we're just going to center this. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to get 2 pieces of equal width. Then you are going to make sure that your top is perfectly flat. The other thing is you want all of this hair to be going straight down. If you have wefted hair out of the package and it has a kink to it that's causing it to go sideways or wonky, as soon as you put that on your template and start to cut it, it's going to move and it's going to not give you the nice lines that you need. So once you have your 2 layers done, the next step you're going to do is you're going to sew the 2 pieces together. Now if you've made your own wefts, you don't have to necessarily double up if you just make them thick enough to begin with. But typically you'll want to add a second layer if you like the look of a real thick thing. If you like them a little more sparse, then you only need to use 1 layer. It's totally up to you. And the way that you can check that is just to hold that single layer up and see, is that going to be thick enough, or do I want it to be more dominant like this? And for this one, what we really want to see is we want to see that dominant color. So we chose to do a double layer. Make sure that your tension is adjusted so that you're not pulling it so that it bends. If you do pull it a little too tight, just make sure that you stretch it back out before you start making the next stitch, otherwise you're going to end up with a curved little piece. Okay. So now we have our base created. The next thing to do is you're actually going to put it on the template. Now this is the part where you have to make sure that this stuff is going to be really straightened. So we're just going to take it, center it on our template, and I'm going to use binder clips to clip it to the template. Now binder clips are just general office supply clips. They are made for clipping papers and whatnot together, and we're just going to slide that over. I'm going to put the first one on kind of center-ish and make sure that the hair is stretched, taut, and centered. And I'm going to add a couple more onto it. Now V-bangs are going to be your most difficult to cut because what's going to happen is when you start cutting, if your scissors aren't really sharp, that hair is actually going to start moving away from you. So you have to cut in really small pieces. With the other ones, you don't have to be nearly as careful, but these ones are a little bit tricky. Okay. I'm going to comb all of this straight down. And remember, anything that's hanging off of the side of the template, you're not gonna cut, because that's gonna be your nice side pieces that come down. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna find where that piece is, and that's, you know, right at the top. So. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that, looks like I've got some pieces that are kind of going astray. I do recommend cutting these when they're dry. That's a personal preference, but it seems like if you do it when it's wet, they almost clump a little too much. Now where I start is I actually start right here in the center, and I clip longer than what my paper is. So then from there, I just do short steps up, and I pull kind of down as I cut. And I rest the side of the scissors against this template. Now, the important thing is you want to make sure that as you cut, you're kind of holding this hair in place so that it doesn't move out of the way, and you're just cutting slowly. If you start to push it up this way, what's going to happen is you're going to end up with kind of a curve and kind of a short spot where you wanted that length to be. Just remember, you can always go back and take off. You can't add it back, so just go slow. Once you do a few of these, it becomes really natural. First side, second side being the same. Probably not going to be able to see this as a doing from right-handed, so good. Again, finding that